Welcome to the B2B Breakthrough Podcast. I'm your host, Sierra Cristo. Talking about the manufacturing side of that, I think from the Alibaba perspective, we talk about this a lot, the complexities around working with manufacturers around the world and how to maintain that relationship and keep it collaborative. So how has that supported your journey? You mentioned starting, from a wooden toy space and venturing into vinyl. How has the modularity of it come into play as you've considered alternate ways of manufacturing and tweaking and playing, pun intended, with the design of it?
I have explored so many different facets of this design and in different ways to approach the same sort of connection points, whether it be magnets, whether it be hinges, whether it be loops or Velcro or whatever you want to throw at this thing. Like, I've looked at all of these different reference points on Alibaba through the different manufacturers and to explore all these different options. But in the end, seeing my kids playing with these magnetic tiles and just the joy of, the instant gratification of a piece snapping together, it's like, well, that's really where it's at. I can go down this road of building in hinges that, articulate the product, but no, it's magnets is where it's at. So
has your relationship with your suppliers along this journey helped advance the way you're thinking and the overall design from a practical standpoint?
I love that question because you have these conversations with the manufacturers, and the conversations can often lead to new ideas, to facets of their manufacturing processes that you probably don't realize until you have these like bigger conversations. So, I will oftentimes look for manufacturers that have new and unique processes because that gets my brain thinking about like, oh, if they can do this, then maybe they can do this. And so through that exploration and through those conversations, you learn so much more about the manufacturing process. And all these ideas will start to spark and coming up with, a whole new line of toys or offshoots of toys, or not even toys, but just like, oh my gosh, I could do this now. So that's what I love about having these relationships with the manufacturers.
Are you able to divulge what some of those discoveries were in the process? Is there like one that stands out to you as we were able to take this jump because I learned this about their capabilities?
Yes, actually. There is another vinyl factory that I was looking at, and their whole process is automated, whereas my original vinyl process was handmade process. And so that got me thinking about the detail that you can achieve in the vinyl is really second to none. And so because of everything's automated and machine driven. And so that got me exploring new techniques using the processes that I already know, but injecting them with this new sort of technology that could be implemented into my line of toys. So it was a very, very much a turning point in my what I already had understood about the manufacturing process of my product.
Are you still working with multiple suppliers, or have you been able to streamline it under one?
I work with, oh my gosh, I've got so many factories, probably 24, maybe more. I like to have eyes on the process. I like to understand how it's built and, how it's created. And so I do like to have my fingers in all of that and making sure everything is going smoothly in the way that I see it and not just sort of here's an idea, make it happen. I want all my hands in the mix.
And so as part of that, it's you managing all of those individual relationships to make sure that it's highly customized. Wow.
So it does take some time, and it takes sometimes a little babysitting, trying to get things the way you want them. But in the end, it's a product that I'm happy to release to the public. So I love it. I absolutely 100% wouldn't do anything else right now. I absolutely love what I do.
That's a lot on your plate, though.